Bless you.
Oh no, that's too cute. How dare you? Way too cute.
We're back live. I'm about to break off this hot new track from Drummer Boy. It's called Let It Go Punk. He suggested that we play it. Wow. All right, that's intense punking. Hope you're ready for this, because the devil is standing outside. You're all gathering there except for Ava, who's standing in the doorway. What's going on with Team Dudes?
Team Dudes?
Yeah, I don't know what else has ordered them to do.
I don't think I have ordered them to do anything. Like, not specifically.
All right. Well, Mr. Johnson has told you that you should dismiss them from the house.
But do I? That's a good question.
I know. You know, it's my job to ask questions. Also to make your life difficult and hellacious.
Yeah, you know what? I'll tell them to leave. This is not about them.
All right. So as he goes past each one of them, Johnson puts his hand on their shoulders and whispers something in their ear, and then gestures inside and says, "Perhaps it would be better if we spoke in there. I'm feeling a little exposed." He turns and he looks through your house to where the angel is waiting in your backyard.
Yeah, and Elsa just kind of like smirks and says, "Of course you are."
I open the door wider. I say, "Please come in," because it's my house.
Got an invitation. Sweet! Yep, he steps inside. He resumes his flesh mask of being Emma's dad. Just looks like a normal human dude right now. Got the Virgil mustache. Puts his bowler hat back. No, he's a gentleman. So he puts his bowler hat on the coat rack and takes his coat off and puts it there. And then undoes the top button of his collar. Please, girls, sit down. Perhaps we can get something to drink. Emma, there's probably lemonade or something. Go grab that. And by the way, might I add, I'm so proud of you for taking drugs. I never thought you had it in you. You were always so righteous.
I just kind of like nod. I'm a little bit confused at what's going on, so I just go and look for some lemonade.
So,
before we begin, let me ask, are you involved with my daughter? Don't worry, God's cool with it either way, and so's my boss. But I'm just curious.
She just played some laser tag with us.
Is that
a little party?
It's very hard for me to keep up. Is that code word for something nowadays, or is that literal?
I don't know what you're trying to imply.
I don't know what you're trying to imply.
Exactly.
All right, we don't understand each other. That's fine. That happens all the time.
It's like you're speaking an entirely different language.
Well, I am speaking tongues, technically.
I don't follow.
The words I'm saying are the primordial language that God created. All right, you understand me because concepts are relatable to your human spirit. It's very complicated.
What did you want again?
The contract. And he creates the same contract in the same way, but it looks much less sinister. It's less like a piece of parchment, and now it's like a 9x11 legal paper that's typed up. He puts it on the table and says, "There are some parts of this that need to be filled out. I'll have a little ice in my glass, Emma. I need to cool off."
I want to read this contract.
Devil joke. All right, most of it isn't filled out. It's a lot of legalese. It's like the party of the first, the party of the second. It identifies everyone in the house that's currently there, plus the angel outside. And there's an unnamed party. There's the party the Xth, that is identified as being the murderer of Ava. That is, there's like no name. It's just called Party the Xth. And the contract seems to be, for what is filled out, something about keeping Ava's mortal soul chained to the earth if she can perform an act of vengeance against Party the Xth. And there's lots of riders that are like with the aid of Party the First and the Second, or at the behest of Party the Second, or before she can be captured by Party the Fourth.
So if I'm following this correctly, and I'll be honest, I'm not sure I am, you're saying that Ava can continue to hang around here if we just murder whoever murdered her?
He sits back in the chair, does the spider hands, and one leg cross over the other, pulls out a pair of spectacles and says, "Young lady, does that prospect excite you?"
Not particularly.
But you don't seem to have too much of an issue with it. Most find the idea of murder repulsive. In fact, most wouldn't be able to understand that contract. Have you ever considered a career in middle management?
Sounds terrible. I want to be at the top.
I think we have a place for people like you in our organization. We like people coming out as number one.
Sure. What does this mean for Ava?
So he swooshes his hands, and there's a business card there, and he hands it over to you.
Take a look.
It's a card for Goldman Sachs. It's
Okay.
his business office and his number. When you need a summer internship, call me.
She pockets the card.
Ava, Emma, why don't you come over here, young ladies?
I come back with the lemonade.
Emma, I believe you have something to tell your Aunt Ava.
But what do I have to tell her?
You know how she died. There's no better time for a dramatic reveal. He holds his hands up, and there's a goosh of thunder as it suddenly starts raining.
I think I suddenly turn on Emma and I say, "You know how I died?"
Oh yeah. Do
Do you know?
not?
I know it was dark and cold. And there was water and hands holding me under the water.
Is that all?
It's
Did you
fuzzy.
not remember it?
It's fuzzy. I think I forget it.
So your dad stands up, Emma, and moves to stand behind you and put his hands on your shoulders and says, "Go on, Emma. Tell her the truth. You know what happened."
Just for clarification, do I actually know who killed her, or?
Yeah, because you have that string from before.
Yeah,
Do I
you know
just-
exactly how I died. You can just say whatever you want, your heart's desire. Make it messy.
I just I want to remind you of a character I put on pretty early, the Janitor.
Yeah.
Don't feel the need to use him,
Oh,
but
I'm
he's there
totally
if you
gonna
need a
use him.
villain.
You came back to the school. Something about you got a weird text, and you met them.
What's a text?
I thought you got a message. Oh, I guess maybe it was one of those old voice texts that you leave on your answering machine.
Us cool kids in the 17s don't know about voicemails. They're called voice text now.
those old ones. It's kind of like I like pull out my cell phone like these, but stuck to your wall.
I need a quote bot. That would be number one. Those old-timey voice text.
I might have forgotten you were from the 70s. And you got one of those, and you headed back to the school. You met them out in the pool, and the lights weren't on yet. I don't know why you didn't just leave then, but I guess whatever message you heard was compelling enough to stay. That's when, what's the janitor's name?
You get to make the name.
Mr. Spenson.
Mr. Sanders Spenson.
Mr. Sanders Spenson, the creepy old janitor guy. Do you remember him? He just
back
shoved
then
you in
he
the
wasn't
water.
creepy and old.
I mean, he was probably creepy. He just wasn't old.
I remember him from earlier today, though.
He was old. He's like 25. That's old, right?
God, no, he's got to be 50.
No, back then.
Oh.
Back then, he was like 25.
Oh, he was a janitor. He wasn't a student then. Okay.
Oh, he was a janitor. So he's got to be like really old now.
Yeah,
if he's 25
he's got to
back
be in
then.
like his 70s.
Well, he should be easy to kill then.
No, he was like a high school dropout who became the janitor instead. So he was like 18 when it went down.
When you say that, Ava, Mr. Johnson smiles and hands you a card as well and says, we have a place in our organization for young women like you with that kind of murderous know-how and that can-do attitude.
I think that's why I'm here. I look at the card and I just shake my head and I say, because he killed me and he got away with it.
No, I can't lie to you, young lady. You do have a choice here. You can march right outside this house with no protection. Just walk out to that nice angel lady. Tell her you want to go to heaven. But that's the boring thing. That's the peaceful thing. If you want bloody, horrible, disgusting vengeance on this man, he pats you on the shoulder. You have to go take it. And you'll be bound to remain here forever.
I think
Wait,
I meet
in my house.
I ignore that and I meet his gaze and I say, I want bloody, horrible vengeance.
I thought you would. And that's why, if you come for a summer internship with us, we've got a nice relationship with this company called Blackwater. And they're looking for interns just like you. Right, all the corporate low blows today. Suck it, mega corporations.
So if we sign this contract, I'll have your protection or some protection?
Unfortunately, no. This contract will give the two of them the ability to fight on your behalf as well. But someone's going to have to hold off the angel. I'm not quite strong enough. You don't see any silver sword on me. Just a flaming tongue, as it were. One of you will have to confront her to give Ava the time to get to the janitor. And, by the way, he's been assigned to pool duty tonight. They need to clean it out for the swimming competition this weekend.
I turn and I look at you two.
He holds
She
the
won't be
contract up.
bound to my house anymore, will she?
That's negotiable. Is there some other place that you'd like her to be?
Not here. What's wrong with heaven anyway?
Young lady, you don't think you're going to heaven, are you?
Oh, goodness, no.
With all this drugs and rock and roll.
Ava's got a chance for it.
She's already said she doesn't want to do it. Shouldn't you respect her wishes?
Want to give the guy an overdose? Be a nice, pleasant way to go. Lots of drugs.
I don't think you heard me. I want bloody, horrible vengeance.
about a chainsaw.
Why are you helping?
I'm so
Emma?
sorry.
Johnson reaches behind one of the chairs and pulls a chainsaw out of nowhere.
I mean, if you think you should go to heaven, then you should go to. I just immediately start going back to Elsa's side.
If you
I
need
would-
something like this, I can procure it for a price, of course.
No, I think he needs to know what it feels like to thrash, to feel his head held under, his lungs burning for breath that he can't take.
That's dark.
I'm dead.
You don't have to be, Ava. Kill him and you'll be free. And he slides the paper over and says, just sign here.
I sign it.
Okay. He points the paper over to Emma and says, someone has to fight that angel, dear, and you're not going to let young Ava just walk outside and get obliterated, are you?
No,
I'll let you start having all the drugs you want.
I don't. Okay.
He slides the contract over to you.
I guess I sign it too.
And he slides the contract over to Elsa. And you're not going to get my daughter here fight that angel alone, are you? Not when you have 3 young men that you can throw at it.
I have uses for those young men.
Yes, well, this is exactly what those uses are. You have a way with them, a kind of power over them.
And this will grant me the power to fight.
There's something you wish?
I want to be on top. I want to be the best.
I already think you're the best, Elsa.
Nobody asked you, Emma.
The sad song
Right.
from Scrubs plays. Da 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 da. Yeah. He actually looks satisfied when you give that answer to his daughter. He's just like, yeah. And slides the contract over to you and says, I'll make sure you're better than all the rest, like no one ever was. I will redouble your powers.
All right. Yeah, I'll sign that.
Okay.
You know what I
Alright.
want? Power, for sure.
Deals with the devil, yay.
I know, it's going to get way worse.
Brilliant.
So what's the plan here? Mr. Johnson puts his hat and his coat back on and says, well, good luck, girls. He'll be in the swimming pool for about 2 more hours. I'm afraid I have to get back to work. Cambodians aren't going to kill themselves. He pulls out his cell phone and begins speaking in a language no one understands.
I turn to Emma and say, well, that was interesting.
Yeah, it was.
Are you ready to give it a shot?
All right.
Do we feel like any different, like empowered in any way?
Nope.
Boy, I don't have any weapons or anything.
Do you by chance have a chainsaw?
You do have a chainsaw.
Well, yes. So yeah, I'll go fetch the chainsaw from the shed.
No, there's literally a chainsaw sitting on the table.
Oh, that one?
He produced
Yeah.
one.
Okay.
He did tell you there'd be a price if you took it.
Yeah, but I feel
Um,
like we already have a chainsaw in the shed.
Very well. You go get a chainsaw from the shed. I mean, you're
I
rich.
mean, there's another chainsaw that Emma could use right there on the
True.
table.
Both have chainsaws.
Two
I just
chainsaws
pick
are
up the
better than one.
chainsaw.
Yes.
I pick up the demon chainsaw. Let's do this.
All right, you are both armed with chainsaws. There's an angel with a flaming crown standing in the backyard, waiting for Ava to leave the house. What do you do?
I want her to leave. Rev the chainsaw and approach menacingly.
Okay.
Need you to leave. Get out of here.
I
If
just
it doesn't want to go.
I follow Elsa, providing meek backup.
Meek backup. You're like, I provide some moral support, but not a lot. You know.
I run away.
All right.
I run away to the school.
Roll plus volatile to run.
It's my worst stat.
I know.
That makes it good.
Mine too.
Mhm. Mine 3. None of us are very volatile.
Yeah! I
As you
fail.
step outside the house, the rain comes down and you feel like you're drowning once again. You start choking. The angel takes a step towards Elsa and then disappears and reappears behind you, Elsa, and says, nothing personal, kid. And then moves to bring her sword hilt down on the back of your head. Emma, you see this happening. What do you want to do?
I want to save Elsa.
You want to save Elsa? How do you want to do that?
I want to chainsaw off the angel's hands that's holding the sword.
Okay, let's lash out physically then, for sure.
That's volatile, I assume.
Yep.
Oh, goody.
We're so good at this, you guys. It's fine.
We're the
It's gonna be
best.
fine.
This is yeah.
Hey,
Oh!
you are the best. Look at
All right,
that.
you have some choices here. The harm is great, so you get an extra harm. You gain 1 string on them, or they need to hold steady before they can retaliate during this scene.
I want to make them hold steady.
Okay, all right. So what happens is you go to cut her arms off. The chainsaw hits her like bracers, and she doesn't drop the sword, but she like shakes her fists out of the way, and then engages in a quick bit of swordplay against her chainsaw, and steps back, and then with steaming mist rising from her crown of flame, she holds her sword up like this and says, "Hey, not bad, kid. I had to use 10% of my power, but I'm not holding back anymore. I can smell the dark pact on both of you."
I turn around and lash out with my chainsaw. Now
Okay.
that I've been saved.
Go for it.
Okay, this is probably gonna
So
go
while
terribly.
she's busy memeing, you just cut
Murder
her out.
that seraphim.
Volatile.
She's like, just look at the world around you, right here, right in your backyard.
Oh god, the chainsaws!
Oh wow. Okay.
Never mind.
Nah. Okay, that's fine.
Here's the deal. You can definitely kill this angel. You see it happening. You see the chainsaw moving toward them. But you can see the angels preparing a death curse. You remember your vision from before, and you now have unearthly knowledge of angels. And you know that if you kill this angel, its death curse is going to rebound and hit Emma and trigger her darkest self and turn her into the worst possible person she could be. Do you still hit her?
I feel like we need that to go on a murder spree. Yeah, no, I'm gonna kill her. And let Emma go dark because I am a terrible person and I don't actually care about Emma.
So as the angel's head sails through the raining night sky, steam flowing off of it, the body falls forward onto the sword, so it gets like propped up by it. Emma, why don't you tell us what your darkest self is? As
Nobody
in the rain, the darkness overcomes you, activating the devil taint that you just took into yourself.
Nobody understands you or even wants to. They'd rather you disappear. Well, you're not going to disappear. You're going to make life a living hell for them. You'll betray the wicked to the judges, the weak to the executioners. You'll pit humans and supernaturals against one another until everyone looks like monsters. Only seeing the pain that you're causing your lover will let you escape your darkest self.
So
That's
you
so good.
cannot unbecome your darkest self until Elsa admits that she's in pain from one of your actions. Have fun being your darkest self forever.
This is so good.
Do we want to scene cut to the school?
I think we should.
We scene cut
With
to the
bloody
school.
chainsaws.
Scooby-Doo style.
Yeah.
We get the two of you flanking her with bloody chainsaws covered in angel's blood. Ava's like, I feel like you're walking in like slow motion, kind of
Yes.
bouncing almost, like someone who's walking through water.
Yes, and I'm leaving like wet footprints behind me.
Well, it's raining, so no one would tell. But as soon as you go into the school, like your first step in the school leaves a wet footprint, the camera zooms in on it, and then in slow motion, there's like a lightning bolt that's reflected in it. Like the door's still open, the lightning comes down, and we see the reflection in the wet footprint. And then we cut to the three of you going into the school pool. The indoor Olympic-sized swimming pool, regulation, plenty of bleachers. The janitor's in there listening to Billy Joel, Uptown Girl. He's just like, yes, she's an uptown girl.
I'm walking I'm in time with the music. So like there's smash cuts in between me walking and him listening, but it's like close-ups of like my feet and stuff.
Y'all, is someone there?
I slam open the doors with both hands.
He turns a
I
flashlight
really
over your way unsteadily, like, who's there?
What's his name again? What did we name him?
Sanders something. Emma Cotton, you're the one who named him.
I already forgot it.
It's like Staten or something?
Sure, let's call him Sanders Staten.
Oh,
It might have been like Stanson.
Stanson, that sounds right. I cock my head at a weird angle and I say, Mr. Stanson, don't you remember me?
No?
I guess it has been a long time.
Oh,
Though I've been
oh
here.
no, I do remember you from today. Yes, of course, the girl in the corner of the room. You look drenched. Let's get you some towels. I'm sure we've
Today
got...
and every day and every day.
He's just like
Since that
nodding,
day.
like, He pulls out his cell phone and he's just like calling the police. He's like, yes, there's a young woman here. She just came in.
I'm projecting my... Do I have to project my blame? He is what caused it.
Yeah, but I don't think he's accepting that. He doesn't recognize that you are who you are.
I am going to project the blame of my trauma of my death on him.
So I feel like we see the scene of your death, but in slow motion, it's a voiceover of him like, why, yes, I believe she's on drugs. Came into the school covered in water. And we see him strangling you under the water.
Yes.
A much, much younger version of him. It's one of those... Bruce Willis and who's the guy from the movie where he plays young Bruce Willis? He's like a mafia dude that eliminates people for money. Nobody? I want to say Joaquin Phoenix, but I know that's the wrong name. Joseph Gordon-Levitt. That's probably it. Chat will back me up on this. Anyway, he's played by a different actor that looks reasonably like himself. No. It's actually just Carrie Fisher magic. They 3D overlay him. Yeah.
All right, so
He's still calling the police, and we hear like someone is dispatch is on their way, sir. Just ask the young lady to stay calm. And...
Damn it! I'm rolling like shit.
Wow, you rolled to the dark. and you rolled terribly.
Yeah.
You try to blame him, and I feel like it falls back on you. So you go to blame him, and suddenly you fall to your knees. And Elsa and Emma, you both see like a hologram projected out of her. You see Ava is just like tormenting this guy. You're like, no, I don't want to go to the prom with you. And then it cuts to another scene where you're like, oh, he's so creepy. And then like another scene and another scene and another scene of you constantly rejecting him. And
he's a janitor. He doesn't even go here.
I know. He's so creepy. He's so creepy. And then he sees it and he's
Should have
like,
been a sign.
my God, I remember now. You're that young woman that rejected me. Well, you might have been the first, but you weren't the last. And by God, if I have to drown you twice, I will. And he like takes the flashlight towards you and begins moving. He still hasn't seen Elsa or Emma yet.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think that's the time where the ominous rumble of a chainsaw comes out of the dark.
He's just like, what the hell is going on?
And then Elsa steps forward and like kind of gestures for Emma to do the same.
Oh, I will just walk up to that guy with my chainsaw.
All right,
Damn.
you start
No
walking towards him
hesitation.
with the chainsaw. He's walking backwards, and he's like, now, young lady, you need to be careful with that kind of thing. Just, we were playing a game earlier. We were just acting out a play. Nothing I said was true, but you need to be real careful. It's wet in here. You'd hate to fall and hurt somebody with that thing. Just turn it off and put it down, okay?
Get up, Ava. This is pathetic. Finish your contract.
I feel like you are turning somebody on. Because you're doing a cheer again.
Let's do it.
Roll high.
I have a string on Ava. Can I use it?
You can. You can spend a string to add one to your roll. And you don't have to spend that until afterwards.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Yep.
You don't need it.
You don't even need it. Ava, you are filled with determination.
I get up. I say, the contract will be fulfilled. And I try to blame him again, this bastard who killed me.
I offer you my chainsaw to murder him.
I grab him and project blame.
All right.
I grab the chainsaw and I project blame.
All right.
And
When you grab the chainsaw, the angel blood on the chainsaw begins glowing.
Huh.
Yeah, it's just a thing. I'm sure there's nothing wrong.
It's fine.
Yeah.
I still can't roll for shit.
No. You go to strike him with the chainsaw with all of your blaming. You're like judging him. And the angel blood comes off and forms a physical shield. The chainsaw starts bouncing off of it. He grabs the chainsaw and throws it into the water and says, "It looks like somebody up there in heaven is on my side. Thank the gods." And then he like pulls out a
Kind of gods that favor you over her, not the ones I want. And Elsa's gonna come chainsaw at him.
I mean, he's taking his move right here. He's taking his GM move.
Yeah.
He whips out a balisong, which is one of those French butterfly knives,
Mm-hmm.
and goes to gut Emma.
Oh no!
So it grabs Emma's shoulder and is just, "Ah!" Emma, what do you want to do?
Not get stabbed?
Would you say you're running away?
Solid choice.
Yeah, I will
All right. I feel like you need
Maybe.
to roll for that.
run away.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yep. All right. You have some choices here. You get
All
away,
right.
but you choose one. You cause a big scene. You run directly into something worse. The scariest person there gets a string on you.
I just want to point out, I don't think this stuff is rolling correctly.
You don't think so?
Because like I'm supposed to get a +1 to my dark, it still would have been a fail. So I should have gotten a 6 instead of a 5. So just keep an eye on
That's
that.
weird.
That is weird.
It doesn't affect anything. I just wanted to point it out for future.
I see, you are correct.
Yep, does seem so. We'll keep an eye on it.
I
There's
will.
Dramatic raining music back on. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You have some choices.
I want to cause a scene. I As I'm getting away, I get brushed up against the fire alarm and it gets pulled. So the sprinklers start going off and the alarms start going down.
Fantastic. In between those alarms, you also hear the sound of the police arriving. And probably as you're running away from the scene, you're running back out the front door of the school, and the local Montgomery County Sheriff's there, and he's just like, "Girl, you hold here real quick. We got a drug unit here. We just need to test you. Janitor called it in. Said you've been wandering around town on drugs. It's all right. You just come with me now."
No, she's in there. It's Ava.
So he like wraps his arms around your shoulder with like a blanket. He's like, no, that's fine. Ava, your aunt, she died almost 40 years ago. My grandfather was on that case.
There's another girl in there. Her name's Ava. She's by the pool right now with a chainsaw. I think she tried to kill the janitor. You should go arrest her.
He looks at his deputy and he's like, "We need to get that drug panel right quick, Jimmy. You bring that here."
Can I make him believe me?
Yes. Why don't you manipulate him? Don't worry, we'll get back to the chainsaw fight inside in just a second. I'm just curious if the cops are going to show up halfway through. I mean, if the cops show up at the moment that Elsa is bloodily stabbing the janitor with the chainsaw.
Probably not. Probably not.
5. Yeah, the cops don't show up. The sheriff.
Good job. Finally,
the
did
sheriff
something right.
slips a pair of cuffs onto you, and they begin like unconsensually drawing your blood. He's just like, "You just hold here a second. We're gonna take some blood and we'll get you right down to the holding tank. Give you a few hours to dry out." And so the last scene for Emma here is when she gets tossed in the back of a police cruiser. As Jimmy's just like, "Yep, she's got the ice in her, boss." Meanwhile, back inside, Elsa, you have pulled out a chainsaw. You're threatening Saunders Steven?
Man. You've caused enough harm already. Get out of here. Stay gone. All right, kill this guy.
Yes, sir, for chainsaw residue.
Yes.
I don't know. I think if they literally watch her disembowel a janitor. So wait, what are you're trying to get the janitor to run outside?
What? No, I'm trying to kill him.
Oh, you're trying to lash out physically at him.
Yes.
All right,
I'm lashing
cool.
out physically at him. When I say get out of here, I mean get out of life. That was what I meant.
Okay.
Get out of living. Wow, that's bad. It'll be a no.
Here's what happens. You start bringing the chainsaw down, and then your head flashes with intense pain, and you hear someone whispering in your ear, "Ava has to do it or she'll disappear." And you push through the pain, and the chainsaw keeps coming down, and you hear the same voice in your head, "It must be Ava." And then, like, it keeps segmenting time as you get closer and closer and closer. And by the time you actually arrive, he's long gone, moving back with the knife, moving towards Ava as you're nearly frozen in intense headache agony. Ava, the janitor who murdered you, Mr. Sander something, is coming towards you with a knife, full-on intent. The police can't hear anyone talking. There's fire alarms going off. There's sprinklers everywhere. There's rain. It's just like the night where you died, and it's intense as fuck. What do you do?
I'm gonna try to blame him again. Because
One
I
more time.
have to. And I think while he's coming at me, like, I'm crouched on the ground from the whole chainsaw incident, and I'm like holding my head and I'm just screaming over and over again, "You killed me, you killed me, you killed me, you killed me."
Snake eyes.
I'm just gonna put a 1 in there since it's not adding it in.
All right, go ahead.
7.
All right. It did add a 1 in, actually. That's a 6.
Oh, it did this time. Why? Okay, 6.
What in the
Yay.
What in the hell?
What is going on with this game?
No, that's actually really frustrating because, like, when you look at all the other ones, they didn't add anything
know, it's
properly.
weird.
And then,
All right, that's fine.
What happens is you go to blame this guy, and instead he begins strangling you. And he throws you into the pool and is strangling you. Take 2 points of harm.
Okay.
You're like half re-dead as part of this. And
Okay.
he's just like, if I have to kill you twice, I will, girl. Just stay down and don't move. It'll be over quickly, you know. You know.
I
Why
want to
can't
drop
I-
the chainsaw and try to like body slam this guy into the pool with her.
Okay.
Why
That's
can't
perfect.
I roll in this game? It's just what I want to know.
I don't know. I'm guessing that is.
It's just
still
that rather than
volatile.
blame him, the game wants you to pick up the chainsaw and kill him.
But like that's my worst stat.
Yeah, it's okay. Everybody's rolling terribly at it.
Yes. No, a 7. It's still a 7. So okay.
Okay. You are body slamming into him.
Yes.
You have some choices. You harm them, but pick one. They gain 1 string on you. They can deal 1 harm to you for free. Or you become your darkest self.
Oh, I definitely become my darkest self because
sure?
they have failed me.
Why don't you
Yes.
tell us what your darkest self is? You're the last one to activate your Super Saiyan power.
I mean, I definitely think it applies here. They failed you. This is all their fault. There's no reason why you should have to suffer the consequences of their idiocy. You need to make an example out of each of them, a cruel, unwavering example. You escape your darkest self when you relinquish part of your power over to someone more deserving, or when you destroy an innocent person in order to prove your might.
So you knock this guy into the pool. He takes a point of harm. So it's not like you dislocated his shoulder, but he's going to be bruised in the morning. Now, instead of having a lot of leverage, there's some room for you to move around, Ava. It's not like you're struggling, but you're not choking to death anymore. The two of you are floating around in the pool together, and he's just trying to get the dunk on you, trying to force your head back underwater till you die.
I think I have to try to blame him again.
All right, as you're doing this, you can feel your body letting go, and your arms are just floating up to here where drowned people are, trying to spread out and get you to float as much as possible. But you just accept it, and you try to blame with all of your darkness.
I mean, I've done this every night.
Forever, ever, ever and never and never. You got
So that
some
is a
blame.
true 7.
Indeed. Talk to us about your choice here.
So I can give up to 2 people the blamed condition.
Mhm. I mean, there's a really good choice here.
Well, I'm definitely giving him a blamed condition.
Yeah.
I feel like I also have to give Elsa a blamed condition.
Oh, shit. All right, what
Yeah,
2
that sounds
choices
right.
are you going to take?
I gained the delusional condition because that sounds awesome.
It does.
And I mean, I'm already reenacting the scene of my death.
I
so
feel
let's
like
just
you
go
have
there.
to do the full thing. Yep. So in the process, he's just like, no, I didn't do this. I didn't do this. And he starts,
As he's holding me underwater.
starts swimming to get out of the pool now. He's afraid of you now as you are just like choking under the water on your own.
I want to push his, like, I want to do like the power move where like I walk up to the edge of the pool and I like put my foot on the top of his head to hold him under.
I'm curious though what the blame condition means to you.
That's a
What
good
do you
question.
feel blamed for? What terrible thing have you done that you feel guilty over?
I
have a suggestion.
I think it's that she feels guilty she didn't take charge sooner.
Okay,
Because
all right.
she's just that egotistical. It's everybody else's fault but her fault. And the only blame she has is for not taking the control sooner. And so obviously, to make it right, she has to take control here.
All right. What do you want to do to this guy?
I want to hold him under, like stop him from getting out of the pool so that she can drown him.
Okay.
That's, I think, really what I want to do. So that might even be shut down because I don't really
I feel like
need
it
to...
is shutting down.
Okay, that's kind of what I think.
I mean,
here.
the condition there would be held or something like that.
Yeah,
which would give an assist to Ava.
Let's do it.
I really need that help. My rolls are shit.
Everybody's rolls are shit, which makes me glad I don't have to roll dice.
It's because it knew it was going to help me.
Here's what happens to you, Elsa.
Mm.
You're about to reach down to push that guy back into the water and hold him. And a dark cloaked figure drops from the skylights and slams into you and draws out a sword covered in runes and white fire. Throws back her hood, and it's your sister. She's got glowing white hair. And she's like, "No! You can't do this. I've been protecting this town since we were children. And now you have sided with the enemy? I'm the chosen one. The world needs me. Sister," she holds her hand out, "come with me away from this wretched place of infernal bargains. We must go home and purify you. Let it go.
How
Let it go.
dare you? How
Rise like
dare
the
you.
break of dawn."
This is my time. You've never been there for me all of these years. Dare you?
You're the
come
one
here
that hasn't
now?
been there for me with your partying and your drugs and your boyfriends and your girlfriends and your rock and roll music. I've been trying to keep this town safe from all of the horrors that haunt it. Meanwhile,
Is that
Ava is
why-
drowning in the background, and the bad
But
guy's
I'm also
like,
trying to drown him too.
no, but
I'm
he's
sh-
getting away though. He's getting away. He's getting out of the pool.
He's getting away, you know. No, he did this to her. He has to pay.
I can't harm a human. It's against the rules.
Then let me do it.
No. You can't darken yourself like that. There's no coming back from something like that, sister. And she like moves in between you and him and says, "I won't allow it."
You stand in my way on this? How dare you?
How dare you?
Yeah, I think like Elsa gets very, very close to Anna and like is gonna try shoving her into the pool as well.
Wow. Okay. Why don't you lash out physically?
Because I'm bad at it.
Oh my gosh. What happens is you
Wow,
go to shove her
what
into the
the
pool.
fuck?
You know that thing where they have scenes where two people are standing next to each other and you hear a gunshot and you're not sure which one got shot? You run yourself up the sword.
Oh no.
Take 2 harm. And so what we see is you run towards her and you like give her a hug, and then the camera turns and it's a sword sticking out of your back. And Anna is just like, "Don't worry. I'll take you to the hospital. You'll be better once I have the priest come by.
No.
I'll say a benediction over you." She's like taking your arm and
she
hooking
coughs
you.
off some blood.
She's pulling you away,
I think while
separating
this is
you.
going on, I'm clawing for the janitor because he's supposed to be here,
I know.
and I can't reenact my death without him.
You've got some blame on him.
And I've got some blame on him, and I want to drag him down with me.
I know. I feel like you're gonna do some of that shit where like the hand becomes the water, and then like a watery hand comes up and drags him back into the pool.
I mean, if I roll well,
if you
sure.
roll well, yeah, let's do it. I mean, that's what you're trying to do.
Yeah. So I get to roll with dark.
Good luck. Don't worry, Cotton. You're still going to jail for the night. It's going on your permanent record as well, young lady. No
Yes.
court seals for this one.
Dang it. Nope.
No.
Denied.
He gets away. Anna is helping Elsa, who is too stunned as part of her failure to do anything at all. Ava, you're just in the pool screaming furiously, sending out watery lashes everywhere, but this guy is just like too fast for your slow, heavy, watery blows.
And I'm delusional and drowning.
Yeah.
I feel like if I let Anna take me to the hospital and the priest, that I would be relinquishing part of my power to someone who's more deserving and come out of my darkest self. But at the same time,
That'll happen when you get to the hospital. Yeah.
Right. At the same time, I kind of don't want to. I feel like I'm like bleeding out and in a huge amount of pain, but I still feel like
You literally
blamed
have
for
a sword
this.
in your
I'm
gut.
blamed for this guy getting away. Can
I
I
know.
pull the sword out of myself and run after him with it?
Yes.
Fuck yes. That's what I'm gonna
You're
do.
just gonna take a harm from that. You're literally
No,
gonna be
yes.
almost dead in the process.
Done.
Lash out physically as part of this. I'm just imagining a dramatic, like he's running past the lockers. Summer of '69 is playing as he's running. He's almost to the end, and you come sliding out of the pool area behind him and charge with the sword. Anna's like floating behind you, like magically. All right, you got a 9.
I technically got an 8.
All right, you
yes.
have some choices either way.
Okay,
You harm them to pick one. They deal 1 harm to you. That'll kill you. Will literally die.
Yeah, I don't really want to die.
You can become your darkest self, which you already are, which means they get a string on you.
Okay, I'll take a screen.
All right.
They'll take a string on me.
You stab him
say.
with this holy sword, and as you do, the white fire on it goes out. The blade turns into brittle iron pieces, and the hilt falls to the ground out of your hands. As Anna screams, "No! You've killed an innocent with it! Anna, Elsa, you've destroyed your own soul!"
Oh my god, I also destroyed an innocent person in order to prove my might. So I think that will bring me out of my darkest self, and I will fall on my knees and cry.
I have some major
Over
question
having done
marks
this.
about this guy being considered an innocent.
So the thing is, consider the following. The Chosen isn't allowed to kill humans.
That's fair. He killed a human,
Right.
but he was a murderer.
Right. I mean, but he was innocent in the eyes of the sword. It's like Witchers. They're not allowed to kill humans. They can only kill monsters. Well, the Witcher video games are weird because you kill a ton of humans. And they never question it either. They're just like, yeah, it's fine. All right. No, but let me be clear. In no way is this man innocent of mortal crimes, just supernatural ones.
Gotcha.
The sword is gone. Anna is furious. And I want to cut over to Emma for a little light comedic action. As you're being fingerprinted, they've called your dad there, and your dad is giving his card to all of the other inmates in the drunk tank, talking to them about what they need to do in order to get bailed out. He's just like, we can get you off of those charges. I happen to know a few really good lawyers. He reaches through the bars and pinches your cheek and is like, Emma, I'm so proud of you. First drugs, then found hallucinating, breaking into your high school. Oh, you've got such a record now.
Goody.
I've got real bad news, though. I'm bailing you out tonight, but you need to go and get that janitor. Ava has to finish her job before morning comes, or they're going to send somebody else to come get her.
All right.
I don't have any other chainsaws either, dear. Can I give you like an unholy longsword? Maybe a spiked mace? Flange? Handgun?
Give me the gun.
All right.
Let's get this over with.
He hands you over a nice revolver, and he's just like, all right, honey. Now, those are silver bullets in there, so if you encounter any werewolves, just shoot them between the eyes.
All right.
Okay. All right, I'm very
None
proud
of this
you.
wouldn't have happened if Ava wasn't so pathetic.
I don't disagree, but trust me, once she starts murdering, she'll never stop. Neil, he like pats you on the back as you get into his SUV. No, it's a Hummer. It's definitely a Hummer. And one of the old style Hummers that's got the big diesel pipe in the front, just so that you know it's as uneconomical as possible. And he's like, all right, dear. I really enjoy seeing this side of you. You just seem so dark right now.
I just roll my eyes and like pop some bubble gum that I magically have now.
Of course. Yeah, I mean, you picked it up in prison, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask you, did you get any fake tattoos while you were in prison?
Oh yeah, I have like a leather jacket now. All of a sudden, I've like ripped the sleeves off my sweater.
This is amazing. Ava, there is a moment when you are out by the lake where the janitor lives. He's got a shack out that way. He's got a Winnebago. You've been following his footsteps. You're there, and an SUV drives up. Sorry, a Hummer drives up, and Emma steps out of it with a handgun.
I thought the janitor was dead.
Is he dead?
I thought.
Oh,
said
you're
he
right.
was.
No, you're right. Oh, shit.
Everything's
All
been
right, I got to
forever.
retcon some of this. That's right. The janitor is dead, and you didn't kill him.
There's
Do
a
I
rider
have to
that said we
kill
could help.
Elsa?
Oh shit.
You know what? I'm going to say yes. You have
Oh,
it.
shit.
So yeah, you know, like, all right, here's what happens. The SUV the Hummer drives up to the school, and Emma and Mr. Johnson get out, and Mr. Johnson goes immediately to the water and helps you out, Ava, and says, "Now, Ava, you failed to uphold your contract, and I'm gonna have you kill Elsa before the dawn, or else the angels get your soul, and then you're definitely going to hell. You don't want that, do you?"
No, Mr. Johnson.
All right, now go to the hospital and kill as many people as you need before you get to Elsa. Everyone you
shoot
kill will
Ava.
make you stronger.
So,
Wait,
okay.
what did you say, Cotton?
I want to shoot Ava.
Okay. Go ahead, lash out physically. This is amazing. This is the best scene in the whole thing. I love the idea that you're just like standing there calmly and then you're like, boop.
Yep.
Oh
Okay.
my god. Oh
You don't know
my
how
god.
guns work.
Oh, good.
The gun jams and explodes in your hand and you take one harm.
I
Ava, you're aware that Emma just tried to shoot you.
Yes.
For real. Like, it would have killed you if it hit. And Mr. Johnson looks like he could not be more pleased. And he's just comes over to Emma, who's like clutching her hurt hand, and he pulls out another gun and is like, "Okay, dear, all right, it'll be fine. We'll just bandage your hands, but here's a new gun. Kill Ava."
I will try to shoot her again if I can.
Ava, you have a shot here. You're not in the pool. Emma has a gun. She's slowly raising it up towards you and has
Oh,
clearly
God.
stated an intent to hurt you.
It's nothing personal.
It sounds pretty personal.
It's a bit personal.
You're going to cold-bloodedly murder her in the place she's already been murdered.
I'm going to put blame on you for doing that.
Oh, boy.
Because this is what ghosts do. You blame people.
Boy.
Don't worry, I'm gonna roll horribly. Never mind.
Nope, you rolled real good. All right, Emma, you're blamed. What form does your blame take?
Does it have to be something with her?
I wonder if you're just reliving the moment where you murderously decided to shoot Eva, like several times. You're just like, time loop.
That works for me.
I want to cut humorously over to Elsa before we resolve this scene.
Yeah,
Elsa,
yeah.
you're in the hospital with Anna. They have you in like the children's wing, and they have an on-call priest who's performing an exorcism for your soul. So like all the lights are out. He's got candles beside your bed, and the only noise besides his muttering is the beep of your EKG.
Where are my friends?
Anna steps out of the darkness with her shining hair and says, "Your friends aren't here, Elsa, because you don't have friends. They're going to kill each other, and we'll be rid of 2 more infestations."
What infestations? No.
That Emma girl is the daughter of a devil, and now she's half vampire as well.
She seems so nice. I figured like Elsa is probably kind of out of it from blood loss at this point.
And drugs.
And
Taking drugs
lots of
all
drugs.
day.
I mean, she was taking some recreational drugs. Now she's been in the hospital. She's probably taking some more drugs. She probably didn't mention the recreational drugs that she took, as she's being admitted. So there may be some weird drug interactions there.
Monsterhearts, talking about drug interactions. The more you know.
Yeah, so she's like, they're my friends. They're my friends.
No, Elsa, I'm your friend.
You're my sister.
We were once best friends, but now we're not. But don't worry, we will be soon. I'll make you better. Then she turns to the priest and nods and says, go ahead. What do you do, Elsa? You accept this demonology?
I need to get back to my friends. I don't know what I need to do, but I can't
feel like
do
you're
it here.
standing up and like pulling things off of you.
And
the priest is like, for the good of your mortal soul, you must remain in the bed. If you leave this room, you will have turned your back on Christ forever.
I was never really that into that guy anyway. Yeah, I wanna just walk away.
As you walk away, the priest says, he's not your boyfriend! Damn ice. All right.
Yeah.
Ava, Emma, let's come to some reasonable understanding. You're both kind of in a murder each other mood. You both kind of are in a position to murder each other. How do we want to resolve this murderiness? Does someone want to take a step back and be murdered?
I mean, I was just going to leave her in the time loop and then go after Elsa.
Are you okay with that, Emma?
I want to save Elsa.
Do we want to have an epic three-way meeting somewhere between the hospital and the... It's at the laser tag arcade, of course. Right outside it.
Can Ava have gotten a head start and then I chase after her?
Exactly.
That sounds good.
So what happens is Elsa and Ava meet right outside the laser tag arcade. In the distance, you can see Emma running with a leather jacket and tattoos and a gun. Elsa, maybe she's screaming something towards you?
Like, just like looking at her like, what the fuck? What the actual fuck?
So I think I'm standing in front of you, Elsa, and I cock my head at a weird angle, and I say, this isn't personal, but you stole my kill.
You weren't going to do it. The contract said I could help.
Contract said you could help. But
I was helping. He was old. Should have been easy for you.
Should have been. Wasn't. Maybe this will be easier. And then I lash out with you, towards
she
you.
Still has the blame condition from
Yeah,
before.
I do.
You're still blamed. I blame you.
I want to offer you an option here, Elsa. Do you want to run away from this before the roll goes down?
I'm gonna roll like shit. You don't have to worry.
All right.
I don't.
Prepare to endure death, because if you take even one harm, you fall over and die.
I understand. I understand.
Right. All right. So vengeful, lash out physically, roll dark.
Remember, you can spend strings to boost your roll. You can choose it after rolling.
With a 7, I don't think I need to.
Okay.
Because
can I spend strings? But I can spend strings to lessen your roll.
Subtract 1 from their roll against you. Choose after rolling. Yes.
Yep.
If you do that, then I will spend strings to bump it back up.
Then I will spend a string to bump it back down.
You cannot interfere in this.
Dang it.
I have multiple strings against you, though.
Strings have you got?
I have 2.
I also have 2.
Shit.
Oh, geez.
I feel like what we see is this emotional connection where you are reaching out with the blame magic, and there's like dark tendrils, Sicarian style, moving towards her. And there's these emotional flashes of all the years that Ava has stood over Elsa and watched her grow up, and maybe listen to Elsa like talk to herself at night, watched her like roll around, gone to school with her for her entire life. Well, at least since she reached high school.
Yeah.
And for Elsa, it's the recognition that these things have been happening. You're seeing the same things as well. And then It happens. Your heart just stops. It literally breaks with the recognition that you have ruined Ava's unlife by stealing her kill, and that you are a bot fragger.
I'm dead.
You die. Emma,
Ugh.
you watch Elsa very obviously die. Dramatically. In the rain. Around you. You have a gun. You're behind Ava. She's not looking.
I want to shoot her in the back of the head.
All right.
I can't do this. My chair's gonna die.
Ava, I have a question. Are you dodging this in any way?
No,
Are we letting it happen?
let's let it happen.
All right. I feel like what happens is there's a gunshot and you fall over dramatically. You disappear in little flakes of hellfire as a hell portal opens under you and your soul is claimed. And then Mr. Johnson steps out of the rain behind Emma and puts his hand on your shoulder. And we see like weird bat wings appear behind Emma. One of them is like a devil wing and the other is like a vampire wing, and her fangs grow out. She gets little horns. And he's like, yes, I can feel your power now, Emma. You've taken both of their souls. You're so strong now. Come, we have much to do.
Maybe later. I'm busy right now.
What are you about to do?
I just walk off in the rain.
All right.
Definitely not crying about Elsa's death.
Oh
'cause
yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
too tough for that.
No,
It's
no,
just
I
the
think
rain.
I think he calls after you and says, "Are you crying?"
It's just the rain.
And then the Battlestar Galactica version of All Along the Watchtower plays as the scene begins zooming out, and there's like a weird pentagram symbol of torches all around the city as some dark rituals going on. And that's it. That's the end. Everyone's dead, and Emma's definitely super dark. The darkest.
Perfect.
Emma gets to play 3 playbooks at once now.
Perfect.
All right.
Perfect.
Asteyni, you asked me, well, I mean, you asked the general public that you would like to play this, and I hope you enjoyed it, because I think the question was whether you would buy it or not. You wanted to play it first.
I just wanted to play it because everyone was talking about how good it was. I had never gotten the chance.
Let me ask you a question. How good is it?
It's not the game I thought it was. It's really not the game I thought it was.
Well, there's usually more teenage romance and less
Yeah,
demonic murder.
It just
Turned out that way.
Yeah, I was expecting like more romance drama, and we just murdered some people.
I was
That's
trying
okay.
to win her heart.
I know.
Last time we
wanted
played
to be
this,
involved in that.
there was a romance drama involving Pokemon, right? There was like a kid named Blue and a kid named Red. I think that was a thing.
One of them was definitely named by a color. It was very Pokemon.
Yeah. He was like Professor Oak's kid. Anyway, well, would you recommend this game to others? Is the real question.
If you like Apocalypse World, but instead of apocalypses, well, I mean, there's the potential for demonic apocalypses. And
I mean, I feel like
touching.
we literally just watched one happen.
Yeah, exactly. Then yeah, absolutely, this is the game for you. It was fun. I enjoyed it. I wanted some romance.
We'll try hard. I mean, I was surprised.
We had quite a bit of romance earlier today, so
I know.
Yeah.
We did quite a bit.
Cotton, I think this is the second time we've played Monsterhearts together. Is that true, or is it this the first?
This is the first.
This is the
I
first. How did
think.
you enjoy Monsterhearts?
I thought it was fun.
I was a little worried because every time I asked you if you wanted to do something, you said you'd do whatever would benefit Elsa.
Yeah.
I was worried. I feel like you may have actually been brainwashed. But I appreciate your commitment. Like, sometimes you ask people if they want to do something and they're like, oh, I don't know. I've got so many options. You were instantly just like, whatever Elsa wants, I'm down with it. You leaned into that love so hard. See, Ava, that's what you missed. You missed the love angle.
I did.
Including
I needed to have a love angle, but
It's true. It's true. I think
it's all good.
playbook
it's all
choice
my
would have
fault.
been
It's all
key
my
there.
fault.
yeah. No,
It's
I
hard to
think
get the love angle as a ghost.
As a fae, that's
Sometimes.
where you get it as. Just
true.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Next time.
vampire. When I played a vampire, it was just nonstop love angle.
There was
Although love
definitely
angle,
a
I
lot
actually
of love
mean
involved.
blood angle, and I drink so many
Mhm.
people's blood.
You did. You did. It was a good show.
Chaz. Kelsa,
Yeah.
this is like your billionth time playing Monsterhearts, so I'm not going to ask you.
It's actually only my third time playing Monsterhearts.
All right, it's like your billionth time then.
Similar to my billionth time, yes.
Mm-hmm. How did you enjoy this particular session then?
Honestly, I chose the queen because that is the personality type that is the least like myself personally, and I was trying to push my own comfort zones by just being kind of a bitch, and shutting everybody down left and right because I have a really hard time doing that in my real life. So, it was really fun to play an archetype that was very much unlike myself, and in a situation like this, I don't have to apologize for being like,
There we go.
you get the door, you know?
And then I murdered you.
You sound
And then
like
you murdered me. It was
I
brilliant.
just wanted your love.
You sound like a European cologne commercial. I don't have to apologize.
Yes, I don't have to apologize.
So good.
That was the best part.
I mean, I guess right now you could say it's too late to apologize. It's too
Because
late.
I'm dead.
Well, I mean, and all the people you wanted to apologize to are also dead.
I mean, theoretically, I'd want to apologize to Emma if I was a good person, but I'm not.
Oh, thank
so.
you.
I wanted to mention, Kelsa, my cat bit me like 4 times today.
No!
I was trying to give her medicine for tick and flea prevention behind her ears. And when I went to pick her up, she just vampired me over and over again.
This cat has a problem with putting the flea and tick protection behind her ears because her tongue is really, really long. And she manages to like turn her head sideways and like lick at it, and I have to like watch her very carefully. And like if we put the medicine on all the other cats, she goes and she licks it off of them. And
Oh gosh.
it's bad. Like
It
we
does
have to
sound
keep
bad.
a very steady eye on her because she tries to lick the medicine, and then it's not good.
So, I would like to thank the opportunity here from all of you to both make a ton of Frozen references and make a bunch of meme references to anime poses. Like
good
teleports behind you plus 10% of my power. I got to use those both in the same fight scene. It was real good. And I only got confused a couple of times, like whether the guy was still alive or which one was Elsa and which one was Anna. Let's do some outros then. Does anyone have anything they want to say for an outro?
I have a cat. I do actually have something I want to say. Earlier today, we played some Wolfram Zero Firebrands over on Asteyni's channel, and I'm excited to announce that starting not this Saturday, but the Saturday after that, the 17th of June, we are going to be having a long-form multi-session Firebrands game over on my channel, for which is like new and exciting because I haven't had a game up on my channel for about a year and a half.
I've never heard of
since I
anyone
broke my
attempt
game.
this. A multi-session Firebrands.
I've got some ideas on how to make it roll. I'm very excited about it because playing one session never feels like enough. And
if you feel that way, let me suggest an NPC. Name is Prince NASCAR.
good old Prince NASCAR. So I'm very excited to be playing that. It's kind of an experiment because Mobile Frame Firebrands, Mobile Frame Zero Firebrands is really kind of meant as a like a one-shot thing. But we're gonna just draw it out a little bit longer, get a little bit deeper story, and let some of those romances like simmer for a bit before they get too steamy. That's a plan.
All right. Cotton, I want
Plus,
to
I'm on a
thank
bunch
you.
of other shows or something.
You not only did a fantastic job role playing as someone like sickly in love and desperate, but also people really liked your sneeze.
Oh,
I just felt like that should get a mention.
well,
Fantastic.
You're welcome.
Is there anything you want? I mean, when you say you're welcome, I immediately go to Disney because we've been talking about Frozen. Is there anything you want to say as part of your outro? I understand, Cotton, that you do a number of fine sketches at twitter.com/cotton_tailed.
Yes, I do. I do some doodles.
Some
I might
doodles.
doodle after this.
What will you doodle after this?
The 3 of us. Probably.
Very well.
I have no
Alright.
idea what Elsa looks like. I don't think she actually gave good.
I think Elsa looks a lot like Elsa, but you tell me, Kelsa, Elsa.
I mean, she looks like a palette swapped version of what was that character from Legally Blonde. You know how she wears the pink power suits all the time, except in blue.
Snow blue.
Yeah.
All right.
She's so blonde too. So blonde.
No, yeah, exactly. Super blonde.
Yep.
With the long braid, of course. Yeah.
Asteyni, thanks for coming by to play. I hope you enjoyed your time.
I did, and thank you so much for having me. I was really excited when you reached out to me and was like, "Yeah, I'll run sorry, got Firebrands on the brain. Yeah, I'll run Monsterhearts for you. I've been looking forward to this, and I mean, even though it wasn't the game I thought, I had a lot of fun being a spooky ghost, and I had all of these ideas for like this drowned ghost imagery, and you just let me run with that, and that was really awesome.
I'm glad you had ideas and put them into motion. It was awesome to have active players. Except, I got to tell you that weird part where you wanted to stay in class. I was like, I don't know what to do with this. I don't know. Maybe there's someone who checks in on her. I don't know. It was
I
tough.
knew that it was weird and kind of disengaging, but it made the most sense.
I know. And it ended up making a villain, not the villain. Obviously, the villain is Emma, but
oh yeah.
that kill count.
I mean, wasn't it technically Ava? I was just avenging my love.
I mean, you did murder somebody. That's kind of villainous.
I mean,
Murdered a ghost. She was already dead.
Well,
Right?
now you have the spirit
Actually,
of...
technically, at that point, I was chained to the earth because I had fulfilled my contract.
True.
Seems like a you problem.
Yeah. Yeah. It seems like a you problem. Now, I understand you stream at twitch.tv/Asteyni with some board games. No, you don't? All right.
Not
well, I'll
anymore.
take that back. I retract that statement.
But you know what? If you do like board games, I have a whole bunch of VODs on my channel that you can watch.
At twitch.tv/Asteyni?
Correct.
That's fantastic. I'm glad we can see. There's this thing where you're supposed to say something over and over again so people remember it. So when I say twitch.tv/Asteyni, people should probably go check that thing out.
Yeah, and you can, if you don't want to type all that in, you can click on my name and chat and just follow me, and then I'll be on your follow list.
That's true. But most
at
people are going
twitch.tv/Asteyni.
Most people are going to watch this on YouTube. Fortunately, there's a link in the description section to everybody's Twitter accounts. I know, fantastic. I'm Arthur Perkins. This is APGamingREAL. I've had a fantastic and unusual day where something strange has happened to me I didn't quite expect to have happen. And now I'm going to have an even more fantastic next week. I'm going to Canada, bitches. And with any luck, this will be the first time I get through Canadian customs without being whatevered by everyone. So let's hope and pray. Have a good night. We'll find someone else for you to watch. And thank you for watching.